Hello Pisces, and welcome to your weekly reading. This is a reading for all those who have a Pisces sun sign, Pisces moon sign, Pisces ascendant, or those who have a very strong connect with the qualities of the Pisces zodiac. This is a reading for about 7 days, give or take 2 days here and there. And as we look into the energy of this reading, some of you could have just stepped into this energy, some of you could be in the midst of this energy, and some of you would be about to step into it. I mean, you can sense it, it's just round the corner. We will take a look at the energy, see what is happening, and get any guidance which we need for it. All right, let us start. What is it for Pisces these coming days? What is the energy you are in, or which is round the corner for you? Pisces reading coming up. What is it for Pisces? Alright, you've got this Temperance card. I'll start with this. Okay. Okay, so your situation is one of having achieved a new sense of balance for yourself, be it for yourself or be it regarding anything which is which you have been dwelling on. Like, there can be a lot of things in life which we want to even out, to balance out, to kind of make sure that it is not lopsided, right? It can be an internal balance, it can be a balance in your external environment, it can be a balance with another person, it can be another situation. But from what I am seeing over here, it is something to do within yourself. It is more for yourself, not for any sorry, not for anything outside of you, nothing external. It's all an internal process you have been going through. You have reached you've taken some time out for yourself. You've probably been in retreat, not mixing around too much with people, keeping to yourself, because you want to kind of bring about sorry you want to there is something which your intuition has been guiding you towards for a long time. Okay, you've got this 10 of cups at the bottom. The reading, the spread isn't over, but I would like to actually start with this, that there has been something which your intuition has been guiding you towards, and wherever it is guiding you towards, you need to take some time, go within and see the entire thing for yourself. It may not be one thing, it may be more than one thing also, whatever the case might be, but you need some time to take a good look at that. And that is why probably you have been in a little bit of a the hermit mode, bit of putting yourself in a cave where you can analyze and see everything, whatever wants to come out from within. Okay, because yeah, our inner voice gives us the right guidance. It probably shows us the right direction, gives the right pointers, feelers, and you want to just be with that for some time so that you can get an equilibrium for yourself, internal equilibrium, internal balance, right? Because you know that there is something out there for you, and before you step onto that path or before you choose something, you need to find this balance inside. You need to balance out your own energy, your own thoughts, your own emotions. because you know that something is, waiting for you. And before, and it is there, it is there, you're waiting for it. But before you go there, you want to be absolutely sure about a lot of things for yourself. And that is why you are in this retreat mode. All right, you want to be very, very clear. You want to take your time. You want to do everything very patiently. You want to safeguard, all what you have achieved, all what you have accomplished, all whatever your success is. You don't want to upset all of that, right? That you know what your priorities are now. There's certain things you're not going to compromise on, and there are certain things which you need to re-evaluate. So all this sifting process is going on for you as you are watching this reading. Okay, you got very strong fate card. So I think it's a turning point in your life. It can be big and small. Everything does not have to necessarily be very big. There's small chapters in life also which can be very crucial. This is one of those where you need to take a good look at where you are putting yourself now. Okay, you've been working very hard on this. You've been working very hard. It's been, it's caused you a lot of mental stress, anxiety, and worry, about what the situation has been, how you have been in it, how, it is panning out. I would say that, your entire time which you have spent in this situation gone by has been very, very, emotional. I wouldn't say emotionally taxing, but I think it really played on your mind. It did not give you any peace of mind. Your thoughts were always, churning. Your head was abuzz with, one thought after another. So, you kept thinking about this entire thing, which did not, which deprived you of mental peace. And I would say it caused sleeplessness, like you did not sleep very well during this entire phase, because it kind of, it just kept playing on in your mind because you wanted to get a balance. It was terribly skewed, I would say. So you realize that you have got to do something about, how you are going to be in this situation, or how you're going to end it, or how you're going to overcome it. And you have been in that retreat mode just to figure out that path for yourself. I mean, and you do know that, there are better times ahead for you. You're quite sure of that, because, you have been able to get yourself out of this situation. This situation doesn't seem to have a grip on you anymore. This devil card talks of, some kind of attachment, and here I see it as, getting freed from this attachment. Whatever was bothering you, whatever was, eating up your energy, whatever was, constantly going around in your thoughts, it was just kind of holding you back. This just would not, let you be free. It had a tight grip on your thought process, on what you could think, on, you could probably think only in one direction, and that was, how terrible the situation could be, right? It just kept playing up in various ways. But now that you're taking this time out, this has, you've realized that it doesn't have a grip on you anymore. You found another way of dealing with it, balancing, your own inner energy. And as you have balanced it, this devil card, it's beginning to lose its grip on you, right? I'll just get a little more about this devil. I mean, sure enough, it was a situation where you probably felt so stuck. You couldn't leave it. You couldn't, you couldn't be happy in it, right? So, what is this devil about? For some, it could have been a marriage or a commitment issue. Sometimes in a job, also, we are committed. In a business, we are committed. If we are in a group project or a community, something like that, which where there is commitment required, you found yourself really caught in that, and you found that, you couldn't get out of it. So it was some kind of a commitment, that kind of a thing was there. And you, because of that commitment issue, you were finding it very difficult to find a way out of it. So maybe there were some legal issues also involved, because of which you were not able to just leave it, randomly and move on. And then you have 9 of coins, but I think now you're coming into this independence, because this situation has loosened its grip over you. And now, though you might be, some of you, this whole thing might not be over, but you are starting to come out of it. right? And finding your own, and finding yourself to be quite happy by yourself. Okay, because this is a card of, see, from here, from two people here, we've come down to one, and this is you. So you have somehow come managed to get out of this situation, right? And you are by yourself, and now when you're by yourself, you're probably, in your mind you're still wondering, you're like going back and forth, to and fro between, what was and what can come up, right? So sometimes it does happen that, when we are part of a group, or we are part of a relationship, or a part of a marriage, and suddenly we feel that yes, it is time for me to come out of it. But then those other thoughts come up about, being by yourself, being single, having left a job, and now looking for another job, it might be a little difficult. Those kind of thoughts, which go around in our head regarding the future. So the past kind of held you down, and you were not very happy, but the future has its own question marks for you, right? And I think that is why you need to retreat and go into that hermit mode, to get answers for yourself as to what is the best course of action. Because here you've got two of wands, you need to choose. Right now you're here, you're quite happy, but maybe you have, some questions regarding this as well. Maybe you have some questions about your future. So those are the kind of answers you're probably looking for within. Okay, so this is your situation, a Pisces. Now what I will do is, let us look at, let's get a little info on this Five of Wands. I know it's a card of, push and pull of, energies competing with each other. And here in your case, what to do, what not to do. This is fine, that is fine. This is, lacking in this, and that is lacking in that. That kind of a situation is going on within you. So let me get a little more information on this Five of Wands first. Ten of Cups. See, yeah, it's your whole thing has got, emotional cords attached to that situation. You might be, emotionally not feeling very strong, or emotionally not very, like you're leaving something which was probably a committed something, right? And there was some kind of assurance in that, some kind of solidity in that, some kind of, promise in that, which, it kind of offered you, which made you feel, I mean, though it is a devil card, but you know that you have it with you. All of it might not be very nice, but some kind of stability was there, some kind of security was there. Though it could be a little negative, but you knew that things are stable over there, but not very nice. They kept you tied for reasons you did not like, but it did provide you some kind of stability. And now you are, I mean, it offered a lot to you, no doubt about that, but you were not happy, like I just mentioned. It did not make you feel very happy. So sometimes it happens, like for example, in a job, we have the work, it is well paying, it gives us, all, it meets our requirements, right? But that is not the job you want to do. Supposing you're part of a community where you feel that you have other people to bond with, to gel with, to spend time, but you realize that probably they're not exactly, I mean, you don't feel your very best in their presence. They don't bring out your best also. You feel happy, you feel nice, you probably feel comfortable, but you know something is missing in that. Your heart is not in that. I would say your heart is not in that. Be it the job, be it the community, be it the marriage, be it the relationship, whatever it is, it gives you a lot, but your heart is not in that, right? And now you're looking at a plan for yourself. I mean, you do know that. See, you've got this magician card at the bottom of the deck, which talks of wanting to create something new for yourself. You have the, you have the ability to do that, but I think at the emotional level, you're still struggling with a few things, right? At the emotional level also, and also at the practical level, you do not know how things are going to pan out, because here you've got this Two of Wands. You know that there is no going back to the past. You know that you cannot, that you, I mean, within yourself, you do know that something about the past is over, right? And now I think you have some concerns about the future. Let us see what are your concerns. You are making your own plans. You're going, slowly. You're taking your time. You're analyzing everything. You are taking into account, all the possible details, and you're moving very methodically, step by step, slowly but surely. So, let me get some guidance on this Knight of Pentacles. What are your plans? Let us just take a look at what guidance we can get regarding these plans which you are looking at. Let us get some guidance regarding these plans you are looking at. Okay. You've got Death card. Death card is, you have to change the situation for yourself. And you are in the process of this transformation. Okay. Ten of Wands. Okay, we asked for the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. And Ten of Wands. So I think, whatever you are planning, I think it is getting a little heavy for you. It's getting heavy as in, you're really burdened about your future. Alright, sometimes you feel that, there is probably nothing left in that. You need to revamp the whole thing because the way you are looking at it, it doesn't seem to be working out. Right? You need to have a new approach. Page of Wands is, they are young people. Alright, young people, it's also, card of beginning a new venture, starting a new, when you have an apprentice who has just finished their studies and now they want to, start working. So before you get into that work, you have to, work as an apprentice with somebody or to somebody so that you learn the craft. So I think it's time for you to, rethink your situation. Because if it is adding a lot of burden to you, obviously it means that it is not something you're going to enjoy doing. So I think you need to kind of rework it or take another look at it from a new perspective, right? You need to add something new to it. Let's get a little more on this Page of Wands. Seven of Cups. Yes, there is a lot of confusion because something is not working, and now you are the Seven of Cups is confusion, and this confusion is just creating a lot of burden for you. So maybe you've got some plans, but you've got more than one plan. You've got more than one option, and trying to work out all those options is getting really, really heavy for you. And I think you really need to scrap, that way of looking at the future and come up with something absolutely new and fresh and original. Okay, because it's just adding a lot of burden to you and confusing you. You need to be, you need to work with cold hard facts, not with how you feel. You have to be analytical, you have to be logical, you have to be practical, and you have to be truthful. You should know somehow you do know what is going to work and what is not going to work. So look at whatever you're looking at for the future, see its viability, see its workability, see its practicality. Okay, that's what you're being, and be honest about it to yourself. Don't have that approach that I think it's going to work like this because this is how it is fitting. Don't and maybe there are some nagging doubts about it. There are ifs and buts to your situation. Iron out those ifs and buts to have very little scope for things going wrong. That is what this King of Swords is about. Justice. And as you start doing that, the universe is also going to automatically take away things which are not going to work out. So if I rephrase this entire thing, whatever plan you have been working, you are working with more than one plan, you're investing a lot of energy in more than one thing for yourself. You need to cut that out, and you only need to focus on have a practical and workable approach to some of those plans, or maybe a completely new plan. And there you have to have a very practical and doable approach, and not a emotional approach, and not something which could have ifs and buts attached to it, which could alter the eventual outcome. So as you have this very practical and honest approach towards your new plans, the universe will automatically step in, remove what is not required, and leave you with what you should be doing. Okay, so that was that, and let me just get some guidance for you. A little bit of, guidance from the universe to help you in this. How can the universe help the viewer? What does the universe want the viewer to know about this situation, right? About this moving forward, about your new plans. What is it that you would like to tell Pisces? Okay. Energy healing work. This could be as something like, breathing exercises. It could be yoga, right? It could be cord cutting. It could be visualizing and affirmations as well, right? Because that is all energy work. You are taking control of the energy first, in directing it, making it really really positive for yourself. Decide to be happy. The more you do this energy healing work, you will see, like I just mentioned, affirmations and good visualizations, positive visualizations, you will see your energy rising. And don't feel that maybe when things work out, it will, I'll start feeling better then. No, as you start feeling better now, you will draw towards yourself those better ideas, those happy ideas, those happy solutions, those happy opportunities. So, I think by and large it works like this because it starts from ourselves. If we are feeling a little low and heavy, we cannot attract something which has a very different energy to it, right? We will attract something which makes us feel, which adds to our current feeling. So the moment you decide that yes, I think I'm on the path of making the right choice, because here the universe is also helping me, and I need to be really clear with myself, what really works, what doesn't work. The moment you step into that energy and correct your inner energy, you will feel happy. You need to feel, I wouldn't say need to feel happy, but you should start feeling happy for this new opportunity, and something which aligns with your energy will start flowing towards you. Innocence. And lean on God and the angels for support. Don't blame yourself for anything. Don't hold yourself responsible for anything, because everything is something which, there are a lot of things which we do, and then other things just add to it. And we are not here to we are all here to learn and grow. And everybody on earth has erred more than once, a number of times. It is part of the growing process. So if you look at those things, that your whatever this phase is, that you're probably not getting it right, it is getting very difficult, don't be hard on yourself, right? Be gentle with yourself. It is part of the process. You're not to hold yourself responsible. You're not to hold the external circumstances responsible, right? It is just the way things plan out, but and pan out. But sometimes we just be a little hard on ourselves and say that no, I only thought like this, I only felt like this, so this has happened. You are being urged not to hold that negative and lower vibration thought process. You need to be happy. You need to change, do a little like I said, some affirmations and visualizations to change your, shift your energy. And you will get out of this, and you will realize that you've got support from the universe which is helping you move forward, right? And eventually you will see that nothing is anybody's fault. It's just the way things work out, right? So we are free of blame. We do not hold anyone else responsible. We just accept the fact that this is how it was supposed to be. So don't be too hard on yourself, Pisces. Just be a lot more practical. You're a very emotional sign, right? And which can cause a lot of confusion because you get so wrapped up in your emotions. So for now, I think keep your emotions on the side and be just practical, and you will find your way out, because you've got amazing help from the universe. You've got this justice card that eventually things will fall into the right place, right? So I hope you enjoyed the reading, and thank you for watching.